was, I understand the concern, of course, for business doing in China, but also China is improving. Minister of Commerce just recently announced the new regulations measures to lift all these restrictions for the local governments to comply with the central government policy. But let me coming back for this China business, since we are in the China business panel. I think China business is a big part of the ecosystem of the world business. So if we say we decouple from or de-risk from that, it's really confusing because it's like you're crossing the roads. You have a green light, you have a red light, you have the yellow light. It's all happening at the same time, and the business doesn't know what to do. But you see, I agree with what the CEO of Daimler just said. I mean, China and Germany are so important ecosystem partner. I will refer to it as business ecosystem. For example, German export to China service, it's counted 3% of GDP of Germany, right? And then it was highest among EU countries. It was the France, Italy, and Spain combined 2 times. And according to Reuters, 2023, the German machinery and automobile counted about export to China almost 9.3% and 30%. So that's enormous opportunity for German companies, and of course you see that just on according to the German Economic Institute, first half of 2023, German enterprise investment in China has over 10 billion euro, which is the second highest in the history. So you see like last year we had the highest import-export from US, highest volume as well. And so it shows that China still has a huge opportunity. I think that, this decoupled de-risk is really, when we talk about de-risk, it's only referring to China. That really doesn't make sense. We should de-risk from climate change. We should de-risk from pandemic. We should de-risk from future AI threats or misuse of that. So we should be all partners. So I think, partnership, also competition, and systematic rivalry, it doesn't really make sense. It's like a competition 2-to-1 because we need to emphasize enough cooperation. I mean, just like we were discussing with Graham Allison at my conference, at my event at the Munich Security Conference this February. Is that we have talking too much about competition, less about cooperation. We should stress enough cooperation as much as competition, or even more than competition. So I think that's probably the way to go because we cannot decouple from each other. We are so reliant. We are in the same ecosystem. So I think that the narrative, the things we have to really keep in the perspective. So China, EU, the way to go is to revive the comprehensive agreement on investment between China and EU. Let's lift the sanctions. Let's work together and let's really get opportunity for both sides to grow and for the world. Well, I think China and Germany are really big partners because, for example, in auto sectors, as our CEO just mentioned, China is already the hub of the clean technology, clean vehicle and center. And then the German auto industry, they really benefit a lot. So for conquer the world market, you have to be in China. And so that's one thing. The other thing I think is it's important that we work on climate change together because I just hosted a roundtable in September, just last 2 months, with ambassador from EU, Mr. Toledo, and Nick Burns from U.S. Embassy, but also Chinese climate envoy, Minister Xie. And then China, EU, and U.S. can really work together for the climate change fighting against that. And so it really doesn't make sense. We have this subsidy investigation going on to really put some obstacles on that. Because if we can have the best technology that jointly Chinese company EV car, actually, mind you, half of that is Tesla produced EV cars in China, exporting worldwide, and we can really accelerate the climate change objective, rather than we are starting a possible trade tariff or trade war. So I think we should have the spirit of cooperation in light of this imminent threat of the climate change, and we have to work together. Yeah.